where the fudge do I begin? Well, as you can clearly see on the front screen, do not use your following to I don't even know. Fuck. Literally just scrolling on Twitter and I found this article. From what I've read, I am just, what the fucking hell? Like, I am worried that people are this stupid. Here's the thing. First of all, there have been 13 brand new, COVID-19 cases in New Zealand. So we've kind of gone back into a bit of lockdown. Or not overly. Like, it's mostly just in, Auckland, where I live. We're now back at alert level 3. The rest of New Zealand's at alert level 2. One second while I learn how to pronounce that bloody thing. Okay, Google's being a dick. Zoe Fuimaono, if you don't know what that name is, it's Samoan. I literally just Googled, it's Samoan. This lady is Samoan. Actually, you know what, let's read this. I mean, this is just wrong as hell, and I do not approve in the fucking least. Experts have warned of the risks posed to New Zealand's COVID-19 response by online misinformation as a Kiwi influencer defends sharing conspiracy theories online. First of all, what conspiracy theory is there about COVID-19? You blundering morons. This is a real thing. There's literally, there was someone who believed that the whole COVID-19 was maybe like, ooh, it's not real, it's a conspiracy. Literally 3 weeks later in hospital, no, yeah, this is actually a real thing. I am tested. I am not making that up. Literally some guy said that COVID-19 is fake, and then 3 weeks later he's in hospital saying, no, it's real, I actually have it. I am not making that up. COVID-19 is one of the most serious things going around right now. One of the most serious things. And the last thing you want to do is spread misinformation about this virus, which is something Chris Hansen did. And that video, actually, if you want to know what I'm talking about, check out John Swan's second video on Chris Hansen, and I am very much looking forward to part 3. Zoe Fuimaono, I do not know if I'm pronouncing that right, and at this point I couldn't give a toss. Zoe, who once partnered with some of New Zealand's leading brands, is defending her right to share her beliefs online after posting misinformation criticizing the government's pandemic response. And apparently her belief is that the coronavirus isn't real. Zoe, who has 64,000 followers and is known as Blessed in Doubles on Instagram, told her followers not to get tested if they don't want to and not to buy into these draconian laws. Zoe, by any chance, is your IQ 2? Why the hell would you say that? It literally makes me question your intelligence. If there is such a thing. If you do have any intelligence, that makes me question it. Because if I'm honest, I don't think you have any intelligence telling people who follow you not to get tested. Rather than say not to get tested if they don't want to. You're a moron, love. Fellow influencers were quick to criticize the comments in posts on social media, with one describing them as utter crap, and a leading scientist telling the Herald that the comment risked our national fight against COVID-19. Yeah, I'm not surprised. In posts to Instagram after Auckland's move to alert level 3 was announced, Zoe said she had called it, railed against what she described as government lies, and told her followers not to get tested if they didn't want to. This is her, by the way. Yes. Idiot. She also questioned the effectiveness of masks and said she would not be wearing one. Well, if I'm being perfectly honest, that... Okay. Fine. Message your friends who are nurses and doctors and ask them what they think about the community wearing them, Zoe wrote. They will tell you they won't work because we won't use them properly because we aren't medical professionals. Zoe, you are an absolute moron. You really are. Can I quickly point something out as well? My dad is a scientist. I mean, not a massive scientist. Like, he used to work in a laboratory. My dad, granted, can be very, very annoying at times, and in all honesty, not exactly the greatest teacher, but he is without a doubt one of the smartest guys I know. One of the smartest. And even he would tell you, Zoe, you are an idiot. The Ministry of Health recommends the wearing of masks when in public under level 3, and the government's official COVID-19 website offers instructions on the safe and effective wearing of masks. Apparently, Zoe didn't get the memo. The ministry also recommends that anyone who has cold and flu symptoms call a doctor and seek advice if they are outside Auckland, and advises Aucklanders to get tested as soon as possible, which in all honesty does need to be done. I mean, I've not been tested, I'll be honest. I haven't been tested, but my dad literally goes out into Auckland City. Because that's where he works. He works in Auckland City. He works in the city of Auckland. He got tested and came back negative. He doesn't have it. I probably should get tested at some point, but like, I've not gotten anything. Like, no cold-like symptoms, no flu-like symptoms. I probably should get it done, but I mean, for right now, I feel okay. And if I'm honest, if this is what happens, then fine. Fuck it. Good God, what the fuck is that name? Microbiologist Dr. Sandra. I don't know how to... What the hell is that? It looked like someone just grabbed a couple of random letters out of a Scrabble bag and just came up with that. That's what that looks like. It's like, so what are we gonna call a kid? I don't know, what's in the Scrabble? That's a name. How do you pronounce it? I have no fucking clue. Yeah, but Dr. Wiles, Associate Professor at the University of Auckland, told the Herald that misinformation could undermine our collective response to the virus. The virus is very real, and what we've seen both here in New Zealand and overseas is that COVID-19 can have very serious consequences for many people, including those who are young and healthy. Really? I thought... Oh. That includes me. Oh, I'm fucked. Oh, then again, I was kind of fucked from the beginning. Dr. Wiles does have a point. Like, you should never spread misinformation about something extremely serious, especially when it's the coronavirus. This is a lethal virus that has killed so many people globally. This virus has caused more death to the human population than any war. That might be exaggeration, but as far as I'm concerned, it's relevant. Don't spread misinformation about the virus. Zoe, you are an idiot. How does Zoe have 64,000 followers? How? People should go to the official COVID-19 website for information, she added. It's really concerning that misinformation is being spread, as it can dangerously undermine our collective response to the virus. We've shown that we can stop the virus if we work together. That means we need people to get tested if they have any symptoms. People in positions of leadership and influence should think long and hard about why they are trying to undermine our collective response to stamp out the virus. People's lives are at stake, which they are. And the fact morons who claim that this virus isn't real, that it's government lies, fucking look out your window. You absolutely stupid smegheads. In today's media briefing, Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern also addressed the dangers of online misinformation. Ardern said the conspiracy theories were not new, particularly that COVID-19 was not real, but the global evidence was very, very real, and cited cases overseas where virus doubters tragically caught the virus and died. She urged anyone who didn't trust politicians to listen to independent doctors and scientists for advice. Anyone who believes this virus isn't real, let me just highlight all of that. You taking that all in, guys? I fucking hope so, because if not, then you'll most likely be the next one on the hospital slab. Virus doubters caught the virus and died. Like, what more proof do you fucking need? This virus is so bloody. This virus makes being in the same room as a man-eating hungry lion safe. I mean, granted, you'll become a prime steak in his tummy, but it's more safe than the virus. I don't know. But this virus is a murder. This virus is a murderer. It wipes out so many people. I'm gonna also point something out. I literally had a friend tell me she might have coronavirus. I freaked. Even I thought she had the virus. She got tested, and then a couple of days later, she got the results back, and it was negative. She doesn't have the virus. That was a relief. There is only one way you can beat this virus. Okay, two ways you can beat this virus. One, staying inside, so this virus cannot spread. And two, if you happen to be in America, don't listen to your fuckwit of a president. Fellow influencer Makaya Carr, whose account boasts more 50,000 followers, called out Zoe's stance, quoting her directly, but not naming her. No, shithead, you did not call it. Everyone expected this, like actual experts, world trends, and doctors said it, not you, Carr wrote. Stop spreading utter crap, stick to what's important and what's factual. You are being totally irresponsible. Zoe regularly features her husband, Junior Fuimaono. I cannot say that name, sorry. A serving police officer in her online content. A source told the Herald they were not impressed with the comments given Junior's frontline role and were disappointed to see a police partner making such posts. Yeah, I'll fucking say. So, this lady's married to a police officer and he's in these posts. Junior, mate, the fuck is the matter with you? You are a police officer. You are meant to be helping people deal with this virus and stay safe. Not go on your wife's Instagram and then say, oh no, don't worry, this virus is absolute bollocks and it doesn't exist. It's just made up lies from the government. You should not be saying that. You should not be doing that. That is completely wrong. On so many levels. In fact, I probably wouldn't even be surprised if you ended up getting fired. Police management would not comment, with a spokesperson telling the Herald, police will not be commenting on the opinions of members of the public who are entitled to their own views. Can I quickly point something out to police officers? Junior's one of your own. I'll admit this much, like, calling the coronavirus a hoax and saying it doesn't exist. I'm not saying it's a good thing to do. It's not. It's absolutely horrible. And it just shows you're a brainless moron. But at the same time, it's not exactly criminal. Really, it's if you look at it from a policeman's perspective, them just saying that this virus isn't real, that's not really criminal. I mean, granted, Zoe has 64,000 followers, so she should know better. She really should know better, but she doesn't. Quite clearly. Zoe has worked with some well-known New Zealand brands in the past, including Countdown. In case someone's wondering what Countdown is, Countdown, it's a grocery store. Basically, that's what Countdown is. It's a grocery store in New Zealand. Oh, well done, you stupid twat. That relationship ended last month after Zoe expressed opinions online that didn't match the supermarket chain's brand values. We faithfully work with Blessed and Doubles to create food content. We reached out to her last month in relation to opinions expressed on her page that weren't in line with any of our Countdown values. We stopped working altogether very shortly after. Countdown's head of communications, Kate Porter, told the Herald. Porter said that Countdown would not be making further comment because we are focused on the much more important task of keeping Kiwis safe and calm in our stores right now. Which is... oh my fucking god. In a post to Instagram, Zoe said that it was her decision to end the partnership, saying it had become increasingly apparent to me sometime before that I did not have freedom of speech while I was under contract. You brainless bitch! Oh, fucking hell. Is this almost as bad as the whole Susie Lou shit? You are an absolute moron! You did not end it. They did. Freedom of speech is fine. The problem is, you're working with Countdown, and what you said, saying that COVID-19 isn't real, it doesn't go in with their values. They had every right to drop you for that. Like, every brand you've worked with has a right to drop you for that. Every brand has every right not to work with you because of that. And then you decided to say on Instagram that it was your decision to end the partnership. This is like Susie Lou and Patreon all over again. That's what this is. This is just a flashback. This just gave me flashbacks to Susie Lou and Patreon, where Patreon terminated her account, and then Susie Lou claimed that she ended it herself. Even though there's proof that, once again, the email's in the fucking trash bin. What do I have to do? Do I have to get in contact with Kate Porter now? Do I have to get in contact with Kate Porter to show this is bollocks? Oh, okay. Yes, I literally just put this on the Discord group I've got with my friends. It's called the Classified Collaboration, and if I'm being honest, don't try and add yourself to it because it's just really first. I might probably make my own proper Discord server at some point. This one, it's just a personal one for us. But yeah, AK is just just doing a gumball, and now wants to blow her up with the Omnitrix. Yeah, better make sure you use Nova Blaze. After the furore erupted yesterday, Zoe returned to Instagram to defend her comments. Oh, lovely. Sharing my concerns about the current lockdown are my opinions, as this is my platform. I choose to exercise my right to freedom of speech, Zoe wrote. I stand by my comments as I am gravely concerned that the rights and freedom of all people in this country are being misconstrued. I am not a medical professional and have never claimed to be one, nor have I given medical advice. For good fucking reason. I did not say that masks do not work. I said that they will not work if they are used incorrectly. There are no laws stating that this is mandatory for me to wear a mask. Does anyone have a chopping board I can smash my head on? Researcher and public communicator Dr. Jess Berenston... Berenston... That's a name I have never heard of before. Then again, so was the name that looked like it was made out of a Scrabble bag. Researcher and public communicator Dr. Jess Berenston Shaw told the Herald the nature of social media led to the sharing of conspiracy theories and misinformation, with posts calling it out and criticizing it, inadvertently leading to its spreading. The number of people who believe these things is actually quite small, but it becomes bigger because of the shareability factor. She added that communities could inoculate themselves against misinformation by making sure that narratives spread online that contain accurate information. She highlighted opposition leader Judith Collins' mask wearing as social proof that someone in the questioning space should still follow public health advice and wear a mask. I've seen that name in the news here in New Zealand a few times. Don't know who the hell this lady is. Who are you?
Hi guys.
Hey, what do you make of the pause on campaigning and the pause on the dissolution of Parliament?
Well, the first thing is that pause on campaigning is an essential. We can't get out there to meet people who are in lockdown, and many of us will be as well in lockdown, so that's just a plain common sense reaction. On the other one, again, we have to know what we're dealing with, and we don't know today what that is. We may not know for the next 2 or 3 days, and when we do, we'll be able to tell you more.
Was it disappointing when you just got your bus on the road?
It is seriously frustrating, I've got to tell you. When you've got to get down to here, we've got 3 more days and across the strait down the South Island, all those things have to be cancelled. Yeah, it is very disappointing, but the other side of the equation is that everybody's in the same boat.
What do you make of Judith Collins saying that she's disappointed and saying, basically laying it on the government's lap?
How do you mean?
She's blamed the government for this. And
For what?
For the community transmission that's come back into the country.
Well, that's just haphazard and careless, and it's irresponsible and not befitting of somebody with legal training and some experience in the law.
Do you think
get the facts right before you make claims like that there.
So after a little bit of research, and that little clip you just saw with Peter, Judith Collins is... Well, from what I just researched, Judith is like a minister almost. And she's apparently blaming the government for New Zealand back into alert level 2 and 3. She's blaming the government. Judith, the fuck is the matter with you? Peter basically hit her on the nose, saying you should be a bit more responsible. Berenston Shaw warned that misinformation will spike again as New Zealand tackles a fresh outbreak of community transmission, but stressed that the number of people who subscribe to the conspiracy theories is small. Yes, and everyone who is subscribed to these conspiracy theories needs to have their fucking brain checked. So here's basically the end of this whole debacle. Don't spread misinformation about the coronavirus. That is just absolutely stupid and appalling, and you deserve to have your brain checked. If you have a big following, you have serious responsibility. You can say what you personally think. No offense, Robo, but kindly fuck off. Thank you. If you have a big following, you can say this is your own opinion, but at the same time, caution everyone to stay safe. Will that do anything? Fuck if I know. I mean, take a look at me, bro. I've got like 121 subscribers. How the fuck am I gonna know? This is serious. This is a serious thing, and you should never, and I mean never, spread misinformation. And you should never really blame certain people. You should never blame the government for this either. It's not the government's fault. I mean, granted, it's a real piss off, but it's not the government's fault. So yeah, if you're wondering what the hell I am paused on, this is Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. And he actually has his own little show on HBO, which is called Last Week Tonight. 8.3 million subscribers, and I'm one of them. Yay! If I'm honest, this show is fucking hysterical. If you want to know what Last Week Tonight is, it's news, but in a comical way. It's basically just this guy saying what's going on now. You know what? I'll link this in the description. I'll link this particular video actually in the description, and then you can check out the entire channel if you want. I highly recommend it because I fucking love the show. Zoe, if you somehow managed to find this video, wake the fuck up. You didn't end it with Countdown. Countdown ended it with you, because what you put on Instagram didn't... What you said wasn't with their values. You're an idiot, Zoe. And you need to wake up and realize what you did was a serious fuck up. No one's saying you don't have freedom of speech. No one's saying you can't say this is what you think. But when it comes to coronavirus, at least urge people to still stay safe. Not say don't have a test if you don't want to. That is just irresponsible. That is 100% irresponsible, and you should not be doing that. You really shouldn't. Yeah, that's basically all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This wasn't exactly planned. It was just something I came across, and I got pissed. Keep up with me at Taylor Gang, and keep up with my friends Manny in the House, Conspiracy Theory, aka Not with Anime Roar, Sungazer, aka Naruto Uzumaki, Ashra Kamiya, and Undercover Nerd. And as always, I'm Taylor Gang, and I will see you next time.